Yay Networks.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Szabo, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. I'm Nick Adams.
I'm Anna.
Amy. And I'm Lacey G.
And of course we have Sahir.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
I'm back.
How's it going? How's your summer going?
I'm doing great. I've been taking some summer classes, but other than that, I have been, enjoying my summer.
That's so good. You guys, we're coming up on
The end.
so when the summer ends. So he has to go to school.
August?
Slipped away?
Yeah.
I know. The summer I turned podcaster.
Love that for you. Love that for you. And I know you've been busy doing a lot of stuff, but have we all been keeping up with all this chaos that's going on with Taylor Nation right now?
Oh my God.
Anybody else just losing their ever-loving mind right now?
Me.
Yeah.
Where to start, Lacey? I mean, you lead this episode for sure.
Yeah.
And I will provide thoughts.
It's super sus.
So the moment that we all knew that we screwed up was on July 15th when Hits Daily Double published an article saying, what's more, seismic rumblings of a new Taylor set keep the Republic team as aggressive as ever. That's what this outlet reported. And this was as soon as we started our Evermore breakdown
It was
collectively as a podcast. Yeah, go ahead, Anna.
I was just going to say, it was comedic to me that it was the day that our Willow episode posted, was the day that article came out. And I was just like, of course.
Yes, this makes total sense. Yes, that would happen.
And I saw some lobsters saying like, oh, well, what's the problem if this was the case? It's not that there's ever a problem. It's just that then Evermore gets saturated with all the new talk. And we've done that before whenever we're breaking down different albums because things are going on. So that's the only reason that we care. We still want more. But to hear that, and it was coming from Jake Dayton on TikTok, and he's very reliable. So he's saying very reliable sources are saying this. Anna's like, of course.
It's just funny because it's happened every time. Yeah. Like this isn't the first time. It's not the second. I almost don't think it's the third. So it's comedic to me. And like Lacey was saying, like, it's not a bad thing. Like, if Taylor were to surprise drop an album, we're not going to rush through Evermore. We are going to give Evermore the love and time that she has always deserved. But it is funny. Like, it is comedic.
It is.
It's just like this little game that Taylor keeps playing with us, And it's also funny because we got a couple of messages from some lobsters being like, as soon as y'all posted that you were starting Evermore, I knew TS12 was on the horizon. So it's just funny.
So this article ended up, because this caused such a stir in the Taylor Swift community. Everybody's collectively cannot wait for TS12. This means new music's on the horizon. Well, they had to go back and edit that article to where it just now says, and there's always Taylor. So they just meant you can literally speak something and that's going to cause people to get into an uproar, which we did immediately. And then they had to go back and retract.
Yeah.
So I feel like that kind of started alerting people that maybe TS12 is going to happen after all. It's been rumored. Well, now Taylor Nation starts being active, super duper duper active. First, July 4th, date people were clowning for lots of different reasons. Well, they post a picture from the Eras Tour, and from the Eras Tour book, this particular picture came from Karma. From the Karma set, from that song, which was weird because they used the lyric, "This night was sparkling, we'll never let it go," but didn't use a picture from, we're just going to keep circling all this back to Karma. Then,
why wouldn't they just use the very obvious, like, fireworks like the 4th of July?
And there were fireworks, but it was definitely, but okay, so that's not the only one, but they've been posting her like in her Come Quiet Chaos dress, which is the orange surprise song dress. Everything's been orange, orange, orange. Then they started off this random countdown that makes some fans think we're now in the 5 holes in the fence phase of our lives. We're now in this era where, are we counting down?
Counting up.
Counting up, you're right.
Yeah.
Is she just celebrating? So what kicked off this countdown, Friday, July 18th, Taylor Nation posted, Taylor Swift has graced this earth for 13,000 days, and the world has never been the same.
I saw that and I was like, did y'all have that marked in your calendar?
Must.
You know what I
They
mean?
Oh,
must
for
have.
sure.
But like, how long ago did they like realize it and like mark it? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
as soon as I saw that post, I immediately went into like the social media content creation part of my head that I was like, y'all knew this was coming up, but for how long?
I bet around her 30th birthday, you get those stupid banners off of Amazon. Is like, person's been alive for X amount of months and X
Yeah.
amount of days. I bet like around her 30s, she's like, oh, I'm getting pretty close to 13,000.
Yeah. And somebody was like, let me mark it on my calendar.
Yeah.
Remind me on July 18th, 2025.
Wait a minute. Question. Do you think Taylor Swift has a math department? Because, I mean, this isn't the only thing. There's a lot of math going on. So
I would like to apply.
Yeah. Oh, not me. I'd love to work with you, Taylor Swift, but numbers isn't my thing. But so much math is mathing, and this equals this. Like, she has to have a whole separate math department for that.
That would be cool.
I don't know. But people were like, oh, this is super random for 13,000 days of Taylor Swift. And it's cute little baby photo, little girl photo of Taylor Swift. Well, later same day, she starts posting, best thing that's ever been ours is finally home. People are speculating, what home is she referring to? She's referring to the Lover House where she wants to hold all of her music, and now she does. And displayed this hashtag TS the Eras Tour archive site to celebrate Taylor's first 6 eras with us. So then they're saying, welcome home, self-titled, which they keep calling self-titled, not debut. They're sticking to that. Dive into our favorite memories with the new Taylor Swift and the Eras Tour archival site. So posting that, then there's a watching party. Want everybody listening to self-titled with us at, what time was it?
One.
So,
1.
yeah, 1.
Okay, at 1 p.m. Then today, on our way here, they start posting about Fearless. Now they're saying, welcome home, Fearless. It's our first listen together. It's flawless. It's really something. It's our streaming party at 2 p.m. And now it's hashtag Fearless Eras Tour, TS, the Eras Tour. So what is this counting up to? Is it counting up to, she says, or they say that we're just going to celebrate her first 6 albums, her first 6. So we're only going up to Reputation. Does that stop the countdown after that? Are they going to pick up and do something else? Well, I've got 2 theories that I want to share with you. First, we're going to hear from SwifTEA in KC. She posted this on Instagram and says, this countdown definitely started with the 13,000th day of Taylor Swift.
13, 12, 11. Hear me out, but what if Taylor Nation started a countdown from 13? Because they did mention that they would be going through each of Taylor's first 6 eras for the station head parties, which means this ends on the 23rd of July. But Taylor Nation also tweeted on the 17th. They tweeted about the number 13. It was Taylor's 13,000th day on Earth. The very next day, they tweeted again using a song that's a track 12. And today, they tweeted at an 11 o'clock time. 13, 12, 11. At the end of a 13-day countdown is July 30th, which is a date that we get a brand new episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty. So is it possible that July 30th episode is the episode we will hear new music from Taylor? I know it seems crazy, but if the next time they tweet they mention a 10 in any way, I'll lose it. I'm talking 10 a.m. timestamps, track 10, midnights mention, anything. Because this tweet did seem random. But I don't think it's random that for 3 days in a row, they have been counting down.
So that's one theory. And are y'all watching The Summer I Turned Pretty? I'm not
Yes.
caught
Yes.
up, so I haven't
Yeah.
yet. Because she's always has good music in that, new music, right? So what's been in it so far?
At the hospital, what song? were they
You're
playing?
Losing Me.
You're Losing Me was at the end of episode 1.
Yeah. And then there was another one.
I thought.
Really?
Maybe not.
Or maybe in the trailer it was Daylight and Red.
Yes.
And then You're Losing Me was in the first episode. I can't remember if there was one in the
There was-
second. Probably.
I don't think there was. I remember there was an Olivia song. There was
Lacey.
an Ariana song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't recall Taylor being in episode 2.
But that's a good theory if this is a countdown to a new song. Nikki King, our 112 day queen on TikTok, thinks that this could be something else.
I hope this means that we are getting an announcement for the documentary about all of this plan, about how she brought all of this work home with the re-records and the Eras tour. And I think that that would set the scene for a debut re-release on its anniversary this year.
So is that a countdown? There's also a 8-2 theory that comes back to the Karma Coffee Cup. The Karma Coffee Cup is at 8-2. National Summit Day is 8-2. Taylor Swift has reclaimed all of her own albums. Is she finally taking all her friends to the summit? Something is coming 8-2.
I mean, I feel like in my head, there's 3 main possibilities. One, the countdown to, I think, was it Nikki King that you just played? Like, I think some sort of like documentary, whether it's about the Eras tour or the making of the Taylor's versions like we've been wanting for a long time, because cameras have been following her for so long. And I think a good tease of like, oh, let's listen to the albums and stuff leading up to it. I think that makes perfect sense. Number 2, TS12 is always a possibility, always. And the fact that they use like track 12 lyrics, I thought was pretty great. Number 3, again, just kind of like as a social media and somebody that's in the world that professionally works in social media, it's also just a great way to keep fans engaged during a time where Taylor's not doing anything.
Yeah.
You know, somebody came up with the idea of like, hey, why don't we do a listening party for the albums every day, and the listening time corresponds with the album drop. You know, it's like not something exciting and maybe it leads to nothing, but it's a great social media marketing scheme, and also for fans to just be engaged and active and talking about Taylor when she's not doing anything.
I also
not to be like so depressing about like everything.
This is like, I don't think it's as fun as like a new album or a documentary. I can't say that word today. Documentary or a docuseries, but I wonder if it's just like the vinyls of the original album.
Oh, interesting.
Like just like, or like a new. I know we said beach towels on the Instagram.
Yeah,
but just like a merch drop and like bringing back some old merch from the past eras, because right now, I feel like I only really see the like Taylor's version albums in store, and now that she has all of them, why wouldn't she sell both?
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Especially if they're saying that they're only counting down through the first 6.
Yeah, I didn't catch on to that, Lacey, that they were only counting the first 6.
Yeah, they're only counting the first 6, so people have 2 different timelines of when this could add up. And I'm so sorry, I'm not in the Taylor Swift math department. I'm giving you dates, but I'm not doing, because people were even saying like, if we're gonna do a countdown a day but have the weekends off, which actually makes no sense because she's still doing the countdown on the weekend. So that does, but I mean, people are trying to take that into consideration as well when all of this can end. So I don't know. It is interesting to note that on this archival website that she has, at first, whenever it came up, she had the albums out of order. There was Fearless TV and Red TV after Lover and before Folklore. And people noticed that. And then they were like, oh, it was hurried up and it was changed. But the question is, was that a mistake? Was that a glitch? Because that's why it's so weird being a Taylor Swift fan. It's so fun, but you're so skeptical at everything because it's like, is this a red herring? Is this really happening? Can we take anything for face value or not?
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. There's a font change, new logo, and letterheads that weren't there before.
I like the new font.
Me too.
It's a little bit more simple. I like it. It's clean.
Yeah.
It looks like it's setting us up for a Great Gatsby kind of theme, which people have been thinking for a while. But it's just it's taking note of all this. And then, interestingly enough, whenever she announced that she owns all of her masters, she has everything back, and that's why her website now has her old footage and all of her stuff that she couldn't play anymore because she didn't own the rights to it. But in this open letter where she mentions that she acquired all of her masters, she mentions in this order TS12, if you count the I's in this close, there's 12, TS12, Reputation, and then Debut. That's the order that she mentions them in. So people think, is she calling it out? Now, I really need some help with this on here because I have this written down and now I don't remember why. Cardiff. I know, I want to say what she posted on the 4th of July from Karma was from Cardiff. But what's interesting, we know she posted a picture from the cleaning cart in Cardiff. She didn't post it. This was in the Eras Tour book. Well, she said that was her first time ever playing in Cardiff. Someone pointed out, I can show you lies because Taylor Swift has performed there before. And fans were quick to point this out that she had performed at BBC Radio's One's biggest weekend in 2018. So why is she saying this was my first time playing in Cardiff and now it's getting circled back to Cardiff once again?
I don't know.
What I do know is that the cover for the Cardiff post was our iconic photo. It's on like one of the pages.
Oh,
of
yeah.
It's like the
book.
photo.
It's like
it's the photo.
That's her favorite photo.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
so too.
It's-
For sure.
Will you describe it for those that are listening and don't know what you're talking
It
about?
is her in the Midnight's bodysuit looking directly at the camera, and she is feeling herself. I don't even know what song this is. Probably Bejeweled. I can only imagine because that's when she's like,
Yeah, or After Midnight Rain.
something. It's something during the Midnight set. Can the camera see this?
Well,
she
she's,
is.
like,
She
doing
has
a
a
half
powerful
turn.
stance.
Yes.
The camera angle is up from like the first row.
Yeah.
And it's legs, rump, and then she's turning behind and looking over her shoulder.
Yeah.
Just right into your soul. It's a great picture.
It's
It
a
is
great
a great
picture, and
picture.
she
It's
loves it too.
amazing.
She's
Oh,
like,
she loves
she's
it.
posted it. It's funny. I remember one time there was like a video of somebody at the Eras Tour, and like they were trying to take a video of Taylor, of course, but the person like a few rows in front of them put their phone up to take a video also, and their background was that photo. But yeah, we love that photo. Whatever's happening, I mean, it's all the fun of being a Swiftie, right? Like they're definitely counting up to something, right?
Are
Whatever
we counting
it
up
may
to
be.
midnight where we're going to get to listen to TS12
That'd be
for
awesome.
the first time? Are we going to have to plan ahead and have a slumber party just in case something happens at midnight, y'all?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see what keeps happening. But I don't know. And it was funny because when we posted it, or I left a comment on the Taylor Nation post from the 13 account, and I was like, what are we counting up to? And somebody responded being like, she's not going to release TS12 because she released Tortured Poets last year. And I was like, okay. Evermore came 6 months after Folklore.
When has that ever stopped
When has
her?
that ever been the logic?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited.
I'm down for anything.
Whatever it is, it's like that crazy adrenaline Swiftie zoomy rush that I get.
Well, before we came in here, I was thinking like, man, it has been a bit since Swifties have really scurried around and gone crazy about something. There's always rumblings of something and some sort of theories, but this past weeks, a couple days, there's just been, Swifties have been a lot more active than we have recently, wondering what is going on.
Yeah.
Trying to put these puzzle pieces together, if there even is a puzzle.
Right.
It is Swift-spicious, as SwifTok likes to say, that Taylor Nation's just coming in hard and making this celebration after she's owned her masters for a bit. So it's very intentional. What is their intention? Are we in the 5 holes in the fence? Because I didn't live through that the first time. So are we now living through my first Swiftie countdown to see if something's going to happen or not? I don't know. Very, very, very exciting.
And when it does come to new music, I wonder what acquiring the masters did to whatever timeline she was working off of.
Right.
How has that thrown things off? Did it scoot new music forward, backwards? Is she having to completely refigure out what she's going to do with her vault tracks? Like, what is the new timeline?
Let me add this to our list of questions for when we meet Taylor.
Yeah, what was the timeline before Masters? How did it change after getting your Masters?
Yes. Because I have to assume that entire deal probably took months, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, what were the blueprints?
I think she knew about it before the book came out. I know y'all already fully debriefed this on the episode, but because she says, see you next era.
Yeah.
And like, the re-recording era was over then. We just didn't know it.
Yeah.
So I wonder.
Hey, Anna, while you have our questions pulled up,
Yeah.
we haven't referred to this document in a while. Could you just read 2 random questions?
Yes. Yeah, for any new listeners. By the way, we did get a message from someone the other day saying that they just found us for the very first time.
All right.
So that's like really exciting. Hi, welcome. My name is Anna. So happy you're here.
I'm Nick.
Amy.
And I'm Lacey. Thank
We
you
got
for
Sean
being here.
We're
It's
all
good to
happy.
reintroduce yourself just in case people tune in midway. Okay, so when we started this podcast like 4 years ago, we kept just randomly like having all these questions about like the very first question on this list says, why wasn't Cruel Summer released as a single? It's questions that we decided to have a running list in the event that we ever get to meet Taylor Swift and ask her, because if that event were to happen, blackout immediately. Like every question I've ever had for her, I would immediately forget. And so we just decided to have like a running list. And some of them are like that. Like, why wasn't Cruel Summer released as a single?
Which is a valid question. Some of the questions are not really important.
Where is Philly?
What we have, do you have any unintentional Easter eggs? What are some of the Easter eggs that we still haven't figured out? Is there a Karma album? That's high up here, meaning that it's been on this list for years. But yeah, some other ones were like, what do you like on your charcuterie board? Are you scared of escalators? Let's see. How do you choose your track list order? Have you ever been on a blind date?
Ooh.
What do you think about the vehicular manslaughter theories?
No comment.
I would be scared to ask her that one. I'm just gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna back out of that one.
Maybe after like a glass of wine. Should I just go through all of them?
No, don't do all of them. We'll
Okay.
refer to some later.
Okay.
Where is Philly?
Where is
Isn't that on
Philly?
there?
I think
Somewhere?
that
I think
that
so.
is on here. Yeah, something along those
That's when we
lines.
lose her. That's when she says the interview's over. Thanks.
We also have what's your favorite piece of barbecue?
Oh.
Don't remember. I don't remember the context of that. But yeah, so that's her list. So I'm adding the most recent question will be, how did acquiring your masters change your release plans?
Cool.
And real quick before we go, I do want to play a voicemail from a very funny listener who just celebrated a very memorable SwifTEA holiday. But first, don't forget to join us over in the Lobster Lounge, station.page/13. Station.page/13. Go join us over in the Lobster Lounge where we can discuss these theories, where we can keep up with the countdown, because we're not going to be back together for a minute to discuss this. We'll be back, but let's chat there. Station.page/13. All right, Ashlyn from Alabama left a hilarious voicemail, and I cannot wait to play it for you.
Hi, 13 Podcast. It's me again, Ashlyn from Alabama. I wanted to say that I just listened to y'all's flashback episode of when y'all first broke down Evermore before this podcast was a thing. That just really took me back, because I forgot about like what it was like 5 years ago. Like, of course I knew like what albums were out, but like it was really like, I liked that it was a really good trip down memory lane, because like we basically got to remember like what we were thinking, what we were feeling. Like when she was with Joe and we thought they were engaged, and we were thinking about that third album theory on April 30th that we're still waiting on, maybe. And this was before Midnights and before the Eras tour, and y'all were talking about she's going to have to do a concert with all the albums, and that was before we had the Eras tour. So that just really makes you think like how much stuff has happened since then. Also, I'm recording this on the day after July 9th, aka Last Kiss Day, and I must say I had a great Last Kiss Day because I decided that I want to break up with my boyfriend, so our last kiss was actually on July 9th. And before that happened, I actually like resting my head on his chest, and I felt the heartbeat jump through his shirt. It was like that July 9th, the beat of your heart, it jumps through your shirt. I can still feel your arms. But I'm okay though, because I wanted to break up with him and I wasn't happy. But I didn't break up with him till after, so that, you know, he didn't know it was, and I didn't know for sure, but then I decided after. But yeah, so love you guys. That's really all I have to say. I can't wait for you guys to start breaking down Evermore. I'm already a lot more excited because I love Evermore, and I think I've loved it even more now that I'm older. Bye guys. Love you.
We love you. Ashlyn! That is the most incredible, most dedicated SwifTEA thing I have ever heard.
You know how I know Swifties are crazy is they break up with their significant others because of Taylor Swift lyrics.
That's so funny.
There are tears in my eyes right now.
I wonder. She said it was because she was unhappy.
Sure,
she just sought the moment.
The timing was like, what a great time.
But the fact that she waited like a full year, 9 months. How long did she wait until July 9th?
Man.
But she did the whole thing. It wasn't just like, oh, we had our last kiss. The heartbeat through your chest. Like that is, if I worked for Taylor Nation or if I worked for Taylor Swift, she would get invited to a secret session for that. Like 100%.
I will be clipping that. That's going on TikTok.
100%.
Yeah.
So funny.
Ashlyn, we love you so much.
Ashlyn, always leaving the good voicemails. Thank you, girl.
So good. That was
Well,
so good.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. If you haven't already, subscribe to us on whatever podcasting platform you're listening to us on right now. All the ways to contact us are in the description of this podcast. Our email, our phone number, our website. It's all in the description of this podcast. And join us next time because we're going to be breaking down champagne problems.
Thanks for listening to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.